Because Robert Fripp and Penis Sinfield, attacked me as a child and then said, "Who cares?" They set a stage management with Attenborough and Schwarzenegger and Wattenmaker for the theme of "Who cares?" And Queen Elizabeth, Donald Trump, Martin Sheen have been marginally conspicuous in their eradication theorem of genocide for population against population growth to make sure that Exxon has as much um, as it can bilge and pump into the atmosphere, blaming the low and downtrodden for their excess. When they refuse to mitigate or adapt, I've been trying to talk to these idiots since I was old enough to talk. And they've just been saying, no, we want to use you for sex and exterminate you. No, we want to use you for sex and exterminate you. That's their whole game plan. Now Martin Luther King was shot with the help of black people we now know. As the script shows, the LickyChops quorum of the Pittsburgh NAACP thought he was an outsider and a punk, a sissy. They got rid of it. Yeah, so there was, just as his mother was killed by a black man. So there's nothing new in the gays going after a queer bait or something like that. It's just, dogs having a temper tantrum. They tear the carpet. If they don't, they'll bite someone. So it's not really logical, formulaic. UW dialectical doesn't have to do that. I mean, when you have the authority to issue grades, people will do what you tell them to do to get a grade. That's as simple as that. So when I say they were marginally conspicuous, they did things like, I had plaque pouring from my mouth, and Trumpy Tune goes and the poison in the mouth was predated. The thing on the lip, they sent me this thing that said Tulip, which was the name of one of the Putin Trump revolutions. Just like Paul Manafort was almost arrested for what happened in the Maidan Revolution, the Orange Revolution, which was evidently for Trump orange. Tulip was before COVID. It was an announcement that they planned to do COVID. And when the plaque was pouring from my gums, Trump goes to the Alamo plaque. He's like, you should stand. Well, the Sean Strub crowd, who immolated themselves, the burning Buddha, they were calling themselves the Carnegie Mellon. And Bobby Seale piled on. He was perfectly happy to endorse an extermination program. Perfectly happy. It was black. AIDS was black on black crime as much as it was anything else. Duvall said, "I know Bush started AIDS and I support him for it." Duvall's black. I mean, so it was black on black crime as much as anything else. Spike Oldley, he wanted a picture on the wall at Sal's, and he got one. He got Trumpy Tune, installation Barack Obama, one of the greatest corporate installation artworks in history, courtesy the Juffin Corporation. Spike Oldley, he's going to be satisfied. And they'll burn down the house. Sal's burns down, Africa burns down, flame over Africa, but we got a picture on the wall. Spike Oldley. I say they've been marginally conspicuous. They invited me to Mount Desert Island. They lured me there and introduced me to a girl with a tattoo of the Grim Reaper and needle tracks on her arms. I mean, how conspicuous is the tattoo of the Grim Reaper on her crotch, pointing to her vagina. This is when she was with the Society for Human Ecology, who's known, and they have poisoned me from the Liquid Crystals Institute. Both the Society of Human Ecology and Liquid Crystals Institute are named as CIA delegates in the book Acid Dreams, and it's all this show run by someone shadowy named Richard. Richard, Richard Borden said, well, he was at Kent State, and he said, I would join the CIA, but they've had cutbacks in the payroll. Ha, 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 ha. So I mean, they're marginally conspicuous through the whole thing. I mean, they murdered Cersei and a couple Kennedys. Oh well, so what? So who cares? Fripp and Gabriel sit there going, queerbait, queerbait. And you have these people running around talking about, oh, I haven't had sex in months. They isolate me, they castrate me for resisting sexual trafficking. I'm going to put up a loud cry for help. that I was being sexually trafficked by John Schulman, who was arrested on an $8 million museum heist, and his partner from Jabberwocky, Leslie Katz. A loud cry for help. These people are manipulators. They're impinging on the persona's experience. They're from the Neva Corporation. They're developing a narrative for extermination. I put up a loud cry for help, and they said no. Celine Dion thinks you're a pest. Celine Dion thinks you're pussy. And they castrated me, murdered, seriously terrorized. They send Putin's uppers. Putin's uppers. Putin's uppers. We know where everybody who you love lives. Through the troll syndicate. And then they put out these really ridiculous books called Putin Trolls, where they describe, seances of press freedom in Finland called Snitch the Napalm, Snitch the Napalm. They've never cared that education is humanizing and that people, for the most part, want to get along with each other. They don't want people to get along with each other. So if you want to get along with each other, we're going to infect you. So you better stop getting along with each other because we'll infect you and we mean it, bro. So don't go getting along with each other. And we want you to snitch the napalm. Oh, that's better than Putin. It's the same racket. All of the evidence shows that Paul Manafort was nearly arrested for the revolution in Ukraine, which was in favor of Putin, the shooting of the protesters. Putin and Trump, I mean, John Waters and Henry Kissinger back Putin. I mean, people can't put it together. They're too busy chewing the carpet. Someone tried to upstage somebody tried to upstage the local stranger hunted. Somebody tried to upstage Stan Savage. Somebody tried to somebody tried to downplay Elton John's genius.